A YouTube content creator named RX Fire Explorer dared to host a live stream from an abandoned building in the Cartasono area. The building was once used as a hospital, but it has long since stopped operating and was left behind for unknown reasons. After being abandoned for years, many stories and myths began to circulate, including claims of frequent supernatural activity at the location. That night, he intentionally explored the building to see for himself how scary the place really was. Surprisingly, not long after the exploration began, an unexpected event occurred and was clearly captured on his camera.
Sumpah ini bunyi hujan dari atas air, tik-tik-tik bunyi hujan itu bikin saya parno sendiri, guys. Oke, begitu saya masuk, saya mencium bau yang kurang enak, teman-teman, di sini nih. Bau yang begitu busuk banget, nggak tahu dari mana asalnya, dan astagfirullahaladzim, cok. Wah, kalau ini ceritanya mati aku. Mati nom aku, jantungku asu. Ya Allah, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Allahumma lakasumtu wa bika amantu ala rizkika aftartu. Birahmati kaya arhamar rahimin.
The incident began when a foul smell suddenly filled the air with no clear source. Shortly after that, he was startled by the sudden appearance of a mysterious figure seen at one of the windows. In the blink of an eye, the figure vanished without a trace. He then tried to search the room to confirm the presence of the figure he had just seen. Not long after, another equally shocking event occurred.
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. Guys. Mbok merinding banget di sini, ya Allah.
The mysterious figure appeared once again, this time inside one of the restroom areas. But just like before, its presence was only brief. The figure quickly vanished and then reappeared in a different location. These repeated encounters caused the man's courage to fade, eventually leading him to decide to leave the building immediately. However, the frightening experience was not over yet. Just moments before he managed to exit the gates of the abandoned hospital, suddenly,
Wait, guys. Sunyi, rasa banget di sini, teman-teman. Dan saya Allahu Akbar, ya Allah.
a man boldly took on a challenge by visiting an abandoned building. According to circulating information, the structure was built on land that used to be a cemetery and was left deserted after its occupants experienced many strange and unexplained events. In short, he went to the location to fulfill requests from some of his viewers. As soon as he arrived, he wasted no time and began exploring the building, checking each room one by one. Eventually, he reached a bathroom, and that was where the fear truly began.
Di sini kayaknya bekas toilet ya guys ya. Bekas toilet di sini tuh. Baunya agak sedikit lain sih. Ya, untuk anjing. Ada yang putih-putih itu ya. Guys. Loh, kayak ada yang putih-putih berdiri. Ya nggak sih? Hah? Kayak halo. Ya halo kayaknya. Halo Cok. Tuh, emang kayak ada yang putih-putih kok guys. Ya kan? Ada yang berdiri. Tuh, ada yang berdiri emang guys. Sini serius, saya nggak bohong, ada yang berdiri di sini. Cuman I don't care, I don't know. Itu mungkin saya halu atau kalian yang halu.
A figure dressed in white with long hair, resembling a woman, was faintly captured behind a glass door. The apparition appeared twice, but each time the man opened the door, the figure vanished instantly. Still unsure of what he had just seen, he tried to calm himself and brushed it off as nothing more than a hallucination. He then continued his exploration into the bathroom area. However, it was at that very moment that something truly terrifying happened, sending him into a state of panic.
Ada pintu juga. Pesing dikit sih. Di sini agak kayak bau aneh gitu loh guys. Ada kaki. Ada kaki tadi. Itu ada sikel tadi, guys. Sumpah ada kaki. Apa? Jelas saya ngeliat sepasang kaki.
The following scary video was recorded by a man who, along with his friend, took on a bravery challenge at night inside an abandoned building that was once used as a dormitory. The challenge was meant to determine who among them was the bravest and who was the most easily frightened. The building was chosen because it has long been known for its creepy reputation and is often linked to stories of ghost sightings. To make a long story short, one of them began the challenge by exploring the dark rooms inside the building. Eventually, he decided to enter one particular room, and that was when something shocking happened. Watch closely what was captured.
Wahai sang goib yang ada di sini. Saya tantang kalian semua untuk hadir temani saya malam ini. Hadir. Allahu Akbar. Aduh. Bentar. Kunci cu. Dek. Adik. Dik. Adik, goblok. Saya tahu. Adik.
As captured on camera, the man was instantly shocked and overwhelmed with fear after seeing an apparition standing behind a window. But the incident didn't stop there. Inside the dark room, he witnessed another figure, one that resembled a long-haired woman, suddenly appear right in front of him. These back-to-back GHTN events pushed his fear to the limit, causing him to run away while desperately shouting for his friend. When the power in his house suddenly went out, a man who lived alone began to hear strange noises coming from his bedroom. Feeling both curious and cautious, he decided to check the source of the sounds. And what he discovered was completely unexpected. The footage clearly shows a terrifying, mysterious woman sitting on top of a wardrobe. Moments later, the figure suddenly moved and chased after the man, instantly throwing him into a state of panic and extreme fear. A man walking along a dark road near a river at night accidentally captured a frightening moment on camera. At the time, he claimed to have seen a strange white figure, which he later believed to be a ghost. Here is the footage he managed to record.
Guys.
Based on his camera footage, that night he faintly noticed something suspicious near one of the banana trees across the river. It appeared to be a strange white figure that moved slowly before suddenly disappearing. Curious and wanting to make sure of what he had just seen among the trees, he gathered his courage and began recording from a closer distance. However, it was at that moment that another shocking sight emerged from behind the tree. Watch carefully what appears next.
Oke guys, belum guys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillah. Allah Akbar. Lihat teman-teman. Di balik pohon itu. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Semua itu. Lihat. Innalillahi wajahnya ya Allah. Mana dia?
The camera managed to clearly capture the white figure appearing again beside the banana tree, and it looked very much like a ghost. The figure was seen standing still while slowly moving its head, creating a truly terrifying sight. Not long after, it gradually faded away and disappeared without a trace. This frightening footage comes from a YouTube account called Jejek Gamping. The story explains that on that night, they were in a remote location far away from residential areas. Their purpose in going there was to prove a local myth that had been circulating among residents. Several locals claimed they had seen an apparition known as Lampor, or a flying coffin, in that area, and the group hoped to witness the same phenomenon for themselves. Unfortunately, heavy rain suddenly began to fall, forcing them to temporarily stop their exploration. Without realizing it, they ended up falling asleep, and it was during that moment that strange and unsettling events began to occur.
Apa itu bang? Ketiduran kita. Ketiduran kita teman-teman. Penyendangan dah. Daru penyendangan.
Several strange sounds were captured coming from outside the tent. The noise sounded like slow footsteps, as if something was gradually approaching the area where they were resting. This immediately startled them and woke them up. Strangely, when they gathered the courage to check outside the tent, they found no one there. Feeling both curious and cautious, they decided to set up a CCTV camera outside the tent. Unexpectedly, instead of capturing the Lampor they were hoping to see, the camera recorded a completely different and far more shocking figure. Watch closely what appears next. In the pitch-dark surroundings, the CCTV camera managed to capture the appearance of a mysterious white figure faintly standing beside the tent. The figure looked ghost-like, remaining still while occasionally moving its body slightly, as if watching them while they slept inside the tent. Not long after, the apparition slowly faded away and disappeared without leaving any trace. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Nightmare Zone so you won't miss the next horror video, which will be even more thrilling. If you have any suggestions, opinions, or horror stories you want to share, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video, and stay brave in the face of fear.